Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is November 5th, no, November 4th, 2022. We're going to be talking about November 5th. That's probably why I said that date. But waiting for a few more people to join us. I want to send a real nice shout out to all the people who helped out with the event that I held in Dominican Republic where we was giving out food to the people in need. I'm really happy that you guys support me that much, that you guys felt that, you can trust me and you guys donated and we was able to help those people down there because those people really need help. The reason I've never done something like this in the Bronx where I'm from is because I feel like here in New York City, there's a lot of places, a lot of facilities, even the churches, the local churches, they give out food all the time to the people in need. All the time. You see big lines of people lined up, I think every other day. That's how much food they give out of these churches and these facilities. I mean, you could go to any shelter, they'll give you food. You can go to any church, they'll give you bags of groceries just like this. But in these countries like the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, I'm probably even Cuba. I don't think these countries do that. They don't give out food. I'm almost 100% sure that they don't do it in the Dominican Republic. I don't know about those other countries because I've never been there. But in the Dominican Republic, they do not give out food. Very few people qualify for food stamps. They don't give out food stamps to everybody. You have to be like a certain age to even qualify, and then it's a big process. It's not like here in America, where if you're not employed, you go to the welfare center and apply, and you get approved. So over there, a lot of people really starve and die from starvation. Unless you go to these countries and see it for yourself, you're never gonna even hear about it because nobody talks about that stuff. If you haven't seen this video that I uploaded on my channel, feel free to watch it. I did it 2 days, right? So the first day, only 3 people donated, and I was able to raise $80 because out of the 3 people, one person sent like almost $60, and then the other 2 sent like $10, I think it was. So I was able to get $80 worth of groceries, which was still a lot because what I did was I divided those $80 into $20 bags. So I was able to give out 4 different bags to 4 different families. And each bag had $20 worth of groceries, which is not a lot here in America, but out there, $20 worth of groceries can feed a family for 3 days. So I was able to do that. And it was all thanks to the people who donated. Now, the second day, a lot more people donated because I guess when they saw the first video, they got motivated by it, and more people sent donations. So the second day, I was able to raise another $400, and I was able to put together 8 bags. Now, these 8 bags are not $20 worth of groceries. These are probably like about $50 worth of groceries. So I was able to, give people more food in those bags because I had a lot more money to work with. And if you watch this video, a lot of the things that happened in the second event were not captured on camera because the person holding the camera was also my security as well. And the reason I needed the security the second day is because I guess after the first day, the word got around that I was doing this and it was getting a little hectic. People were very desperate. A lot of people kept, trying to snatch the bags from me and they was begging me to give them the bags. I'm like, I don't have a lot of bags. These are only 8 bags, and I want to give it to the 8 people who really, really need it. And like, there was a guy that he was missing a leg. There was a woman who was blind. There was a young girl who had 7 children. I think you guys saw her in the video. She had 7 kids. So I really wanted to help those people. I didn't have enough money to really help out that whole area, but that whole area needs help. I mean, these people live under these harsh conditions. Like, this stuff is sad. So I just want to send I'm just really happy. I want to send a good shout out to you guys that helped out. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do this. And if it wasn't for you, those people probably would have never ate for another 3 days, 4 days. But these bag of groceries, I don't know if you can see it, but there was salami in there, cooking oil. I had bags of rice. And you can watch the video when I did the shopping. You can see all the stuff that I put in the shopping cart. I mean, those shopping carts, look, you see, yes, I had salami, I had cans of food. Oh, that's a lot of food. It was just $50. Each bag had $50 worth of groceries the second day. And they can eat out there for like probably a week with just $50. That's how crazy it is. I'm like, how the government doesn't help these people, and all it takes to feed these people is like $50 a month. Well, $50 a week. That's all it takes to feed a family out there. And yet that country makes so much money over their tourism, and yet they don't help out their people. I'm like, damn, this stuff is devastating, man. But shout out to the Jumanji community, because you guys definitely made a difference. So, and for that reason, I decided to put out this video on the World Series that will be played tomorrow on Saturday. And hopefully the people who donated, you guys can benefit from this work that I'm about to present to you guys. And if you want to invest in put a bet in for Saturday and make some money, I definitely recommend it. And hopefully you guys can win some money back, because you guys deserve it. You guys helped out people who need it, and now I'm going to help you guys out in winning some money over these rigged baseball games. Okay? So shout out to you guys, and thank you so much for trusting me and for helping out those people. So yesterday, the Astros, they won the third game of the series against the Philadelphia Phillies. And at the beginning of the game, I didn't want to bet on this game because the line was so high. The Astros opened up as a negative 160 favorite over the Phillies. So if you guys notice this ticket, I waited. Maybe you can't see it because of the camera. Let me see if I can just zoom in. I waited late into the. I was waiting all the way to like. It was like the bottom of the eighth. I think it was the bottom of the eighth. I decided to place my bet. You see here, it says 11:32 p.m. Eastern. So this was late. I was like, I didn't want to bet on a negative 160. If you notice up here, I caught the line at negative 146. And I just knew the Astros was going to win, because the Astros, I predicted that they was going to win the World Series on November 5th, which is tomorrow. And the reason I said that is because tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary since the Astroworld tragedy that happened last year at the Travis Scott concert. I'm going to talk more about this in depth after Saturday's game. I'm just going to give you guys the pick and the reason why I'm picking the Astros to win on Saturday. Because this is what I've been discussing on Patreon with my people out there. That I like the Astros to finish it off on Saturday, become 11-2 in the postseason. Houston equals 112. Remember last year the World Series ended on 11-2, and then 3 days later the Astroworld Festival crowd crush, like how they call it, happened. 3 days after the World Series concluded. Right, the World Series ended on 11-2 last year, which is also something we predicted, because last year the season began on April 1st, and from April 1st to 11-2, it was 215 days. And Atlanta Braves equals 215. That was a team that beat the Astros last year. So I said, you know what? They're going to finish it on from 11-2. Houston equals 112. And then this year, what they did was they're going to make the Astros 11-2 in the postseason. Again, Houston is 112. Big number. Catholicism, mathematics are all 112. That's a huge number, because the Jesuits, they control in 112 nations. But that's also a big number with the Astros and most Houston franchises. 112 is big because Houston is 112. If they win on Saturday, they'll be 11-2 in the postseason. 11-2 is a lot like the number 112. But how perfect would it be for the Astros to win the World Series on the 1-year anniversary of the Astroworld tragedy? And shout out to Nick on Patreon. He pointed this out. If you notice the Astroworld album by Travis Scott, it came out on August 3rd, which makes sense because Murder's 83. and 10 people was murdered that day at the Astroworld Festival. And this day can also be ran 3/8. Rappers 38, death is 38. According to Wikipedia, 10 people lost their life that day. If you notice the day that this album came out, it came out on August 3rd, 2018. And shout out to Nick, because Nick said, he pointed this out to me. He said, the Astros are playing their 666 baseball game on Saturday since the release of Astroworld. And I said, wow, look at that. It's just amazing how these people do this shit, man. Notice this. If you go to StatMuse, just type in Astros record, including postseason, since August 3rd, 2018. That was the day that the Astroworld album came out. And right now they have 412 wins and 253 losses. And all you have to do is just pull out your calculator and just add 412 plus 253. And it's 665. So Saturday's game will be the 666th game since the Astroworld album came out on August 3rd. Of course, 666 is the number of the beast associated with the devil in biblical scriptures. And think about it. They said 10 people died at the Astroworld festival. What we know about the number 10, right? Satan equals 10. God equals 10. God is also 55 like Satan, and 55 is the 10th triangular number. Ten people died, and they supposedly said that it ended at 10:10. Of course it did. So I do expect the Astros to win the World Series on the 1-year anniversary of the Astroworld tragedy, and especially that 666 symbolism, and become 11-2 in the postseason. And if you saw yesterday's game, Justin Verlander was very dominant, like we expected him to be. Yesterday he became 20-4 for the season, and Houston Astros is 2-4. If you saw the video that I did when I was in the Dominican Republic, when I was in front of all the cows, and I was telling people how the Phillies was going to become 56-56 in the postseason, 56 days after their starting pitcher's birthday that day. I think it was Ranger Suarez who was pitching. It was 56 days after his birthday, and the Phillies became 56-56 in the postseason by beating the Padres that day. And what I said in that video was, the reason I had the Astros going to the World Series and beating the Yankees is because the World Series started 204 days into the season. The season began on April 7th, and from April 7th to the start of the World Series is 204 days. And that's a big number with the Astros. Houston Astros is 204. That's why yesterday, Justin Verlander, he concluded his season by winning and becoming 20-4 in the season and in the postseason. So he was 18-4 and he won 2 games in the playoffs. So altogether he has a record of 20-4, like 204. The value of Houston Astros in gematria. He also picked up his 126 road play his 126 career playoff road win. So if you go on StatMuse and just type in Justin Verlander all-time record on the road, including postseason, because it was his 126 career road win. He should have 126. Yeah, he does. And Phillies is 126. Of course, Houston is 77. So yesterday he picked up his 126 road win for his career against the Phillies. Phillies is 126 in gematria. And funny because yesterday was also the 80th day of Rob Thompson's birthday, the manager of the Phillies, and they picked up their 80th loss of the season. Saturday will be 81 days after his birthday. So let's see if he picks up that 81st loss of the season for the team. And so they also became the Phillies became 11-5 in the postseason, and 11 is the fifth prime number. I can't begin to tell you how many times this pattern plays in sports. 11 and 5, 23 and 9, the prime number relationships. That happens a lot. Yeah, so and right now the odds for them to win tomorrow is not that high. It's definitely it's like this. It's like a negative 146. If you notice this ticket, I put $300 down, and I was able to win $205. This ticket put cash for $505, including the $300 that I betted. So I won $205 in less than like 20 minutes. Because I was just waiting for that moment in the game where the line came down. So I think it was in the bottom of the eighth, the Phillies had like two people on base with like one out. So when you're doing a live betting, you know, the odds of that other team, it drops because there's a higher chance of that other team scoring, supposedly, because they want to make it seem like it's a real competition, but it's not. And that's when that moment I took advantage of it. I said, you know what? No way the Astros win today. I'm lose this game. I don't care how many people on base. I don't care how many outs there are. They're gonna win the World Series on Saturday. It is too perfect for them to do it on the 1 year anniversary of the Astroworld tragedy. And I do think that's gonna happen. But again, I don't want to get in debt because I want to wait for it to happen, and then we'll cover it all. Because I have a lot of other things that I want to talk about that I'm gonna save until the World Series ends on Saturday. So I'm just giving you guys, just the surface stuff. But this is the reason I'm picking the Astros to win tomorrow. Is what I'm saying. So yeah, so the line right now is at negative 145. So it's similar to that line that I caught at yesterday's game, 146, 145. So yes, tomorrow they got Zach Wheeler. The guy's terrible. First of all, like that's who you guys want to save your season, Zach Wheeler. The guy's a fucking piece of shit. Framber Valdez. I guess this is the guy that's gonna win the World Series for the Astros. And just think about it. Something I spoke about when Takeoff, the rapper, just passed away. I mean, just think about the symbolism. Takeoff, like rockets, Astros. The guy has a chain with the planets on it. Dies on Tuesday, named after Mars. Mars is 201. A lot of people, I don't understand why I present this stuff to people and then they go right back to what TMZ told them or DJ Academics. I'm like, why you guys listen to those people so much? Like, DJ Academics, it's your source of information. DJ Academics. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, let's ignore that the Astroworld Festival it's turning 1 year old on Saturday. Like, let's not pay attention to that. Let's ignore that the Astros can win the World Series that day. Like, that's not. It's DJ Academics telling you that. I'm almost 100% sure he's not. So, but DJ Academics he'll look at a TMZ article and says, "Oh my gosh, there's footage of Takeoff being shot." And then they'll show you the footage, and all you'll see is a phone moving around like this. Like you don't see nothing. It's just a whole bunch of movement, and you don't really see anything. But yet they're telling you, "Oh, look right there, look right there. He got the gun. He pulled. Oh, he shot him. But you guys are not even seeing anything. And this is what the media does. This is why every time they put out the footage, it's always blurry. It's always like, look at this. Just look at this image right here. We are in the time of the iPhone 13, iPhone 14. How is it that we're getting images like this? I mean, look at this video that I shot. That video that's on my page when I was shopping at that supermarket, that was with my iPhone. That video looks like a HD camera. Just look at the footage that I was able to capture with my cell phone. So how is it that TMZ puts out blurry pictures like this? Like, I don't get it. And this is what they do all the time. And we are in the time of the iPhones. iPhone 13, iPhone 14, but yet Whenever there's footage of a crime scene, it's always looking like it was shot in 1994, the same year probably that Takeoff was born. Man, and did you guys see what the Astros put on their Instagram page? It's like we deserve to be mocked this way, really. We deserve it. We deserve to be mocked this way. So somebody sent me this. They're saying that this was uploaded to their Instagram page moments before they made. I think it was right up before they made it to the World Series. Oh my God! I don't even want to talk about this stupid bitch right here. We'll talk about her in a second. This is Fetty Wap's ex baby mama. She decided to tweet something yesterday, disrespecting the truth community. What a dumb bitch. Because little does she know that she's really disrespecting her handlers, really. Because it's her handlers who operate this way by the numbers. It's not us. We're just exposing it. I don't know how your handlers are going to take you disrespecting their code. What happened to my Instagram page? Maybe I'll look it up this way. Look at this. So this was sent to me. I'm not sure the exact date that the Astros decided to post this on their page. But look, notice the caption. It says, "Cleared for takeoff." And then they showed Mr. Alvarez, number 44, when shooting, Georgia, kill, execution, all 44. Right, takeoff is from Atlanta. It's clear for takeoff. Out of all the captions they could have wrote under this photograph, they put clear for takeoff. And then Takeoff, the rapper, dies in Houston, a few blocks from where the Rockets play. The guy born the same year that the Houston Rockets won the championship, and then died 28 years later, when Rockets and Takeoff are both 28. And Culture, name of their album. Yeah, this is a coincidence, right? But back to this dumb bitch right here, right? So this dumb bitch, she decided to tweet and disrespect the gematria community. Really, that's who really she's disrespecting, not the truth community, the gematria community. I don't know what's going on with my page. For some reason, I can't. Okay, so this dumb bitch right here. So this is supposed. I did some research on her. This is Fetty Wap's one of his baby mamas. He has like 10 baby mamas. This is one of them. And this is what she wrote. Y'all so damn annoying. That's probably what Fetty Wap thought about you. That's why he left you. Anytime someone famous dies, y'all be like, it was November 1st, which is 1/11. 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 is police. How is 12 police? Police equals 33. Police came after he was on the ground for 12 minutes, and I ordered 12 donuts the day before. See, he was a sacrifice. Stay woke. Shut the fuck up. Okay. So I want this dumb bitch to show me somebody in the community that has compared a ritual to the amount of donuts that they purchased. Now, what I don't recommend, this is why I don't recommend people to watch everybody in the community, because not everybody knows how to do this stuff, right? But the people who've been doing it for longer than 3 years, the people who I follow, right? You guys know the names. Because there's a lot of people I don't want to leave out, and if I do leave them out, it's because I don't really like. I don't like their channel. I don't like what they promote. Like the people who talk about cloning and stuff like that, making the work look bad. But you know, when has any other veterans in the community ever discussed the amount of donuts that they ate in comparison to a ritual that happened? Like, this shit is dumb. And the sad part about this is that Fetty Wap, your baby father, he has sacrificed his children before. So you're disregarding something that has affected your family. Because even though you might not be the mother of those kids, your child that you have with Fetty is related to that child that was murdered. Right? That was probably his sister or his little brother. So your child's sister or little brother was sacrificed by Fetty Wap. And here you are trying to disrespect the knowledge. You should embrace the knowledge and learn from it. And actually, now that I'm talking about Fetty Wap, now I hope you watch this. I know you're watching the community, because how do you even know about people discussing sacrificing and comparing it to numbers. So you're obviously watching the community. So hopefully you can watch my video. And I want to just enlighten you on what happened to your son's or daughter's brother or sister. Because I know Fetty Wap sacrificed a few of his kids. He has a lot of them. So let's go to Fetty Wap. Let's see what I have on him. So June 29, 2021, Fetty Wap's daughter, Lauren Maxwell. You probably know who Lauren Maxwell is. She's related to your child. She died at the age of 4. I'm not going to talk about donuts in this presentation. And I'm not going to talk about the police equaling 12 because police actually equals 33. Okay, so look. So I wrote here that Lauren Maxwell was born on February 7th, the 38th day of the year. Perfect. Perfect day to be born for a sacrifice. It wasn't at the same day that Kobe Bryant was buried in Corona Del Mar. Wasn't it the same day that Pop Smoke had his interview with Angie Martinez and then died on the 50th day of the year, 41 days after her birthday, when the name Bashar Jackson is 41 and 229 the 50th prime? Yeah, numbers are stupid, right? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Look how old Lauren Maxwell was when she died. Because it says here that she was born on February 7, 2017 and died on June 29th, 2021. So look how old she was. She was 1,603 days old. And in numerology, the zeros don't matter, right? So this number is like the number 163, which is the 38th prime number. So the little girl born on the 30th day of the year dies in connection to the number 38 twice. And why does 38 matter? Well, murder is 38, death, killing, R.I.P., rapper. Her father's a rapper. And what is her father's name? Her father's name is Willie. That's what you probably call him, right? Hey, Willie. Come back to me, Willie. I miss you, Willie. Let me show you the gematria of Willie. Masika. It's sad because sooner or later you're 37. I hope nothing happens to you next year. But look, your ex-boyfriend's name equals 38 and 34, right? This is Fetty Wap's first name, right? Look at rapper, 38 and 34. You see, we don't talk about donuts here. We talk about stuff that you can verify, stuff that's relevant. Your ex-boyfriend's name is Willie. It equals the same thing as rapper. And these numbers come up a lot around rappers, 38 and 34, right? Just think about, we just spoke about Pop Smoke, 38 and 34. Who just died recently? P&B Rock? His name is 38 and 34. They both were victims of a murder. They were both rappers. You ever heard of King Von? His name is 38 and 34. I mean, how can all this stuff be a coincidence? Masika? Going back to the 4-year-old who died 1,603 days after being born on the 38th day of the year. So it says here that Fetty Wap, who also sacrificed his brother died on October 16th. And from his brother's death to his daughter's death, it's 257 days. How about that? How about that? Fetty Wap, I'm so proud of you, man. You sacrificed your brother on October 16th, 2020, and then you sacrificed your daughter 257 days later. When blood sacrifice is 257. Man, I am very proud of you, sir. Unbelievable. And keep in mind that the name Lauren Maxwell equals 73 like sacrifice. Okay? So we don't talk about donuts. We don't talk about, stupid stuff like that. And when we call something a sacrifice, we show a lot of evidence. A lot of these videos will be over 30 minutes long. And I don't think we're talking about any donuts or anything equaling 12 or 11 plus 1. 11 plus 1, that's date numerology. That's a real thing. And you say it happened on November 1st, and 11 plus 1 is 12. That's mathematics. That's date numerology. That's relevant. That's not something we making up. Look it up yourself. Look up what is date numerology. Speaking of date numerology, what date numerology did she die on? let's see, June 29th, 2021. I hope it was not a 38-day numerology because I'm a faint. Well, she died on day with 56 numerology. And we know why, because the site of Jesus is 56. Like how November 5th leaves 56 days after the year. And that's the day I predicted the World Series is going to end. Remember the 5th of November. Date associated with the Jesuits. 56 days left in the year. Oh, that was also the day with 35 numerology. That's perfect, right? Rap is 35. Fetty Wap is 35. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at your ex-boyfriend's name. Fetty Wap. 35, right? Look at Rap. 35. Look at Catholic. 35. Fetty Wap is Catholic. It's a Catholic name. So don't be this person. This person is, and I'm pretty sure she was told to do this because if you look up her photograph, she's doing all the devil horns. I mean, she knows what's going on. This is a celebrity. Look at her throwing up her devil horns. Talk about this sacrifice stuff is stupid. 12 donuts. You probably didn't even want to date Fetty Wap. They probably told you to date him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you guys don't even pick, you so-called celebrities, you guys don't even pick your partner. That's why you're always breaking up. Every other day you got a new boyfriend. Look at her. How many different guys are you going to kiss during your lifetime, miss? Look at this. Aw. Who probably your handler told you to call off the engagement. How many men are you gonna date during your career? Look at this. Masika welcomes baby girl. Fetty Wap with the one-eye symbolism rushes to the hospital. Fetty Wap, the guy with the one eye. So you gave birth to his kid, broke up with him. Then you dated another guy, broke up with him. Now you got this guy. Are you gonna? Let me see. Masika gets engaged and finally shows off her man. Oh, you got another man, and that's 3 guys already. Jesus Christ! Instead of disrespecting the community, you need to get your love life together because it looks like the guys don't want to stay with you. Maybe because you're not intelligent enough. You think numbers are stupid. But yeah, you're 37. I hope you make it to your 39th birthday. I do hope that. Because 38 is a very faithful number, especially somebody associated with a rapper. So yeah, enough with that dumb bitch. Tomorrow, and the game starts at 8:03, huh? Like other Astroworld festival, like the Astroworld album came out on 8/3. Yeah, I do expect it to end tomorrow. But tomorrow after the game is over, I'll come back and I'll show everything that I have. And then, but I'm giving you guys a pick. So I'm giving you guys a free pick. This is something else I didn't mention. Dusty Baker right now he has 49 postseason wins for his career. Well, actually he has 50 because he just picked up his 50th yesterday. So one more, he gets to 51. That big number with the Astros. Houston Astros is 51. Here it is in bold letters. 2 more wins to 51. Yesterday he picked it up. He picked up his 50th. He needs 1 more to get to 51. So Dusty Baker is finally going to win his first world championship. Congratulations, Dusty. But don't forget, the postseason started 118 days after your birthday. So I don't think you earned it. I think that this was given to you finally. Okay? In the year of the 118th World Series, you beat the team with the 118 connection, the Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is 118. Here it is. Big 118. Yeah, Zach Wheeler. He's a terrible pitcher. This is just. I don't understand why the line is so low. This guy's one of the worst. He's probably gonna get crushed. He's supposed to be their ace, but now Valdez is a way better pitcher. I mean, just look at the ERA at 1.42. What is this guy's record for the season, real quick? Let me just see something. His record this season, including playoffs. Okay, so he's 19-6. He'll be 20-6 if he wins tomorrow. You know, he could fall to 19-7 because Phillies is 45. But I don't think that's going to happen at all. And tomorrow will be 14 days before his birthday. Yeah. Thank you to the person who sent the super chat. I appreciate that. Let me see what it was. I want to give you a shout out. So shout out to Plain Decoded. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the hard work with Truth and Decode. I use astrology charts to determine outcomes. It's Plain Decoded. I had Astros and a score play. So shout out to you. Yeah, I mean I've been stubborn with the astrology, but it makes sense. The astrology is definitely a big part of it. I just I like stuff like this to, when I make a decision. I like to find synchronicities like this, like these world events, because these world events are usually synced up with the World Series with the sports games. So when I make my decision, I like to use the world events and the ritual deaths to determine who's going to win a championship. But the astrology is definitely important. I mean, just think about it. Astros, astrology. Come on. They're even naming these teams. Come on, they're naming these teams, and then they're letting us know that it's the astrology, it's the numbers that matter, it's the history that matters. They give us a lot of clues, but there's a lot of dumb people in the world that can't see it for some reason. On November 5th, 2021, a fatal crowd crush occurred during the first night of the 2021 Astroworld Festival, a music event founded by American musician Travis Scott that was held at the NRG Park in Houston, Texas. 8 people died on the night of the concert, and 2 more people died in the hospital over the following days. The cause of death for all 10 was ruled to be accidental comprehensive asphyxiation, with one of the 10 affected by additional influence of a toxic combination of drugs and alcohol. 25 people were hospitalized, and more than 300 people were treated for injuries at the festival's field hospital. Multiple concert goers documented the incident, posting videos and recounting their experiences on social media. This is another thing that I always talk about, is like, if those 10 people really died, that could have been me or you. So a lot of people think that because we're covering a lot of celebrity deaths, but you don't have to be a celebrity to be affected by these secret satanic rituals. Because let's say those 10 people really died. It's possible that those 10 people didn't die and they just reporting that 10 people died. But if 10 people really died that day, those 10 people could have been me, you, anybody. Our friends, family members. Because those were intense. They didn't pick 10 celebrities to murder that day. Those were 10 fans. So that's what I'm saying. And just, you don't have to be a celebrity to be affected by the judge world. That's why this stuff is so important to expose, so that people can see what's really going on. You know, that's what I got to say about that. So yeah, so again, like I said, after Saturday's game, I'll come back and I'll finish it off. I'll finish off the decode. Somebody said they're gonna bet the house. I don't recommend that. Shout out to Topsy, man. You don't have to donate, man. You're already on the Patreon. Thanks a lot, my brother. Always supporting. No, I know it wasn't Masika's daughter who died, but Masika does have children with Fetty Wap, and her children were related to that little girl that died. So technically, her children lost a family member, and she's over here disrespecting the work. Yeah, what happened to your wrench, Eric? I gave you a wrench a long time ago. Yeah, all these porn sites. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Yo, didn't you see the video that Academics posted?" I'm like, DJ Academics, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and the fact that the World Series starts at 8:03, which is a weird time, and that's the day that the Astroworld album came out. Today's there's not, yeah, today's 57 days left in the year, but tomorrow 56 days. The game is tomorrow. Yeah, so shout out to Plain Decoded. Yeah, check out his work. He does the astrology connection. Shout out to you. Thanks a lot, Topsy. I appreciate that. Yeah. But I'll leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. If there's anything else that needs to be covered, I'll definitely come back. And I'll definitely make a longer video with more in-depth details of the World Series after Saturday's game. Okay, so shout out to everybody. Thank you for your support. And again, thank you to the people who donated for that project we did in the Dominican Republic. And shout out to all the people who support on YouTube. Yeah, all the Philly teams are doing good right now. The Eagles are 8-0. Isn't it funny how they had the Eagles and Houston Texans play on TNF yesterday? Same day that the World Series is going on. I'm telling you, these leagues are all like mocking us, man. Yeah, they said 10 people, so I don't know. Maybe more people died. Maybe nobody died. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Peace.